What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Layback TV. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the languages, all the HBOs that you can possibly fucking imagine. Also, go on laybacktv.com so you can see how you can download it on your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks. And say what's up to them on their Instagram on official_layback TV. Now, let's get into it for wrestling talk because it's the final day of WrestleMania weekend. Whoa, guys. Holy shit. Yo, I know. It's been days. Last year, I did every reaction and review of WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 in Vegas. This year, I needed to digest it a little bit. It's a different year. It's a different era. If you can remember, WrestleMania was on Peacock a year ago. WrestleMania is on ESPN this time. Very different. Very, very different. As far as things that happen, like commercials were a hell of a long. You know what I mean? Matches were super short. You can't have it all. You can't have it all. I've been noticing. I don't know why people. It's been nearly 8 months since they done the deal and debuted with ESPN on the PLEs. All Saturday night main events are on Peacock. Raw's over there on Netflix. SmackDown's on USA. Let me see. NXT is over on CW. TNA is over on AMC. Everything is just scattered out like motherfucking groupies. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, when it was on Peacock, it was a little bit different. They had a lot of leeway that they can do with certain matches. If you counted it correctly, last year, both nights of WrestleMania had 7 matches apiece. So 14 matches. Even when matches had to fall out. Like the Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens match, kind of got added in with, Randy Orton with a surprise opponent, Joe Hendry, who was the TNA World Champion at the time. So, ever since WrestlePalooza, I know they were making a big deal. We got WrestlePalooza, we got Crown Jewel, we got Survivor Series War Games, the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and now 2 nights of WrestleMania. It's been the same fucking shit ever since they debuted with ESPN. It felt timed. You know what I'm saying? That's what it did. It felt timed. Like they have to start at a certain time. Matches got to end at a certain time so the next match could go on. I felt like more entrances were longer than the matches. I mean, hell, they stated one match was 8 minutes. I didn't even fucking know that. One match was 10 minutes. The longest match of the entire WrestleMania was Roman Reigns and CM Punk, which was nearly 35 minutes. I'm not shocked. Now, you can't even look at how long the matches are. You got to look at how many matches that they were, right? Look at this for an example, before we get into it, because we ain't got time to waste. Survivor Series War Games in San Diego, okay? That was the first time Survivor Series was in a basically quote-unquote stadium. It's been in arenas ever since it debuted, in the late 80s. And first time it's in a stadium. I was supposed to go, but I had some other obligations. Do you know that was a 4-match PLE? 4 matches. What the fuck was that about? 4 matches. Count it. You know what I'm saying? The IC championship match with Dom and John Cena. Fucking the women's War Games match. The men's War Games match. I think there was another match in there. I forgot what it was. But it was 4 matches. Do you know how far we come when Survivor Series was actually more than just 4 fucking matches? They're out of their mind with this ESPN shit. But, whatever. Shit happens. But let's get into it. Stop fucking crying, guys, over spilled milk. You subscribe to ESPN Unlimited so you can get the PLEs. I know I did. I know you did. Otherwise, you wouldn't bitch and moan. we're gonna do night 1 and night 2, okay? Now, after every rating, I'm gonna rate every match and what was like the highlight of each match. I ain't gonna talk about the timing and all of that shit. It happens. But we're gonna rate every match from night 1 and night 2. And after every night of night 1 and night 2, we're gonna get into the ring gear, who rocked the best ring gear of the night, the MVPs of the night, the entrances of the night, and the match of the night. All right, so let's get into the shit. And then when we're on the end of the episode, we're gonna do the review completely with WrestleMania and Monday Night Raw, because I was at both WrestleManias and I was at Monday Night Raw. That was held at Allegiant Stadium and T-Mobile Arena. Dope ass venues, gotta say to myself. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it, shits. All right. So, opening match of night 1. We had LA Knight and the Usos taking on the World Tag Team Champions Logan Paul, Austin Theory, Division, and the debut of IShowSpeed. I said to myself, everybody's wondering, like, yo, what do you think? Yo, you think he's going to get his ass handed to him? I'm like, yo, I enjoy IShowSpeed's streams a lot, you know, when he's doing, like, athletic shit and everything, racing, climbing, you know, the shit's dope, yo. The kid has got a gift. I think he has the potential to hold down his own in a match. Not a one-on-one match, not a tag team match. A 6-man tag was perfect for him. You know what I'm saying? He's got the athletic ability like Logan Paul. The only difference between him and Logan's a bigger dude. You know what I'm saying? Pause. IShowSpeed is a smaller guy. You know, when you're a smaller guy in the ring, and I could contest to this because I got some background on it, you got to do a hell of a lot more bumps and moves just to make a difference in a match. You know what I mean? If you look at it, anyone who's OGs, you look at Shawn Michaels versus Diesel. Diesel didn't have to carry that match. Shawn did the whole time. But the smaller you are, the fucking more moves and the more bumps you're going to be taking. So, LA Knight and the Usos got the dub on that one. IShowSpeed kind of got his ass knocked out with Logan, and he did a fucking fire frog splash on Logan Paul through the table. I don't know where they go from there. I don't really need to see IShowSpeed anymore in the ring. Just saying. But I rated that match at 3.5. Shit was quick. Shit was all over the place. But kudos to IShowSpeed. He did his thing. Next match, Drew McIntyre taking on Jacob Fatu in an unsanctioned match. Very long time since we've seen an unsanctioned match. I rated that match a fucking 5-star match. That shit was fire. Kudos to Drew and Jacob. Great storytelling. Great communication in the ring. You know, they looked out for each other. And it was a perfect fucking moonsault on Drew McIntyre on the table. It was fucking perfect. So I rated that a 5. We had the Fatal 4-Way match. Fatal 4-Way tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championships. It was Nia Jax, Lash Legend, taking on Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, taking on Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And it was supposed to be the Bella Twins. Turns out that Nikki is taking too many bumps after all those Women's World Championship matches that she did not deserve, but ended up getting, and just cannot make it to WrestleMania fully healed. So instead of replacing the team, you're replacing the partner. Brie had to team up with the returning Paige. Shout out to Paige. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how she's going to do this time in the WWE. Her exit was a little bit weird when she got released. Her return to wrestling with AEW and the shtick that she did over there, I think that shit came and went. But I would admit, AEW got the best wrestlers in pro wrestling. WWE got the best storytelling. Just saying. Because Paige was over there in AEW, along where Mercedes Moné, also known as Sasha Banks, that's a story right there, because Paige nearly lost her career because of Sasha. They never did it. But shout out to Paige. when she went there in AEW as Saraya. She won the AEW Women's World Championship, so shout out to her. But I didn't think they were going to debut her back in the WWE and put a belt on her. But they did. Brie and Paige are now the women's tag team champions, but that match was so ass, I rated it a 3. But that's just me. We had Seth freaking Rollins taking on Gunther. Seth Rollins' first match since injuring his shoulder. He's back on the shits. This is a match that should have happened a year ago or even 2 years ago. Turns out every time they had a moment to do it, it went a different direction. Rather, if it was Gunther world champion or Seth as world champion, they just never pulled the trigger. This time they did, and this was a very, very entertaining match. But the return of Braun Breaker made sure he tainted that win, and Gunther got the hold of the sleeper hold and put Seth Rollins to sleep after fucking 2. No, well, it's 1 spear, but the second one came later. That's right, the return of Braun Breaker, fully healed from his groin injury. I rated that match a fucking 5. Even though it was interference, I rated it a 5. It was great storytelling. Moving on, we got AJ Lee defending the Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch in a rematch from Elimination Chamber. I rated this match a 4.5. I thought it was super quick. It's getting better. I think AJ needs to be a little bit more active, and the timing is not going to seem so slow, and she's going to get better. But this was actually a good match. I actually thought this was, it evened up the playing field match with Elimination Chamber. So the rematch was actually just as good. I rated it a 4.5 stars. Becky Lynch figured out to outsmart him and distracted Jessica Carr. AJ Lee gets the belt, the turnbuckle to the face, and there's a manhandle slam. Becky wins it. First 3-time Women's Intercontinental Champion. So shout out to Becky. It was pretty dope. I think, honestly, if Nikki wasn't injured, I think that AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch would have been better with Paige interfering. That's storytelling all over it. We got Liv Morgan challenging 2026 Royal Rumble winner Liv Morgan challenging Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship. I rated this a 4.5. This was actually pretty entertaining. The finish was a little weird. I didn't understand why the hell Stephanie Vaquer was fucking salsa dancing outside the ring, but it cost her the match with her body being thrown to the steps. A cold breaker from the top, and the Oblivion. Liv Morgan is now your, once again, Women's World Champion. And in the main event, we had the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes defending the Undisputed WWE Championship against Randy Orton. I rated this a 4.5. This match had bullshit written all over it leading up to it, when it has great storytelling leading up to it. And it just didn't work. With Pat McAfee, I guess it was entertaining. Jelly Roll fucking elbow dropped him through the table. That was great. But I guess whatever. I don't know. I don't know why they even bothered. But I'll get into who was there that should have been involved in this match. But we'll get into that. Let's get into the rating of night 2 before we give the Ring Gear MVP entrance and match of the night of both nights. Night number 2, opening match was Brock Lesnar, the Beast, taking on the Ruler Obafemi. Quick match. Power versus power. I didn't expect much of it, but apparently, I don't understand it. Maybe it was a torch being passed. One monster to a ruler, and turns out Obafemi got the win. He got put over, but this match was just not too entertaining for me. I gave it a 3.5. Big surprise. I thought this was going to be Brock Lesnar's final year in the WWE. I was surprised and shocked and out of my seat when I saw him taking off his gloves and his boots and leaving them in the ring. That's right, Brock Lesnar officially retired at WrestleMania. I mean, this guy got 4 kids, 1 stepchild. He wants to be there for them, supportive in their future endeavors and new careers. So who the hell are we to even judge? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Happy retirement to the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Next match was the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. That's Penta defending against Javon Evans, Rey Mysterio, Rusev, JD McDonough, and Dragon Lee. My pick actually won. Penta pulled it off, got the win. It was a very entertaining match. Very entertaining match. Shout out to everybody involved, all 6 guys. Definitely a dope situation. It gets me intrigued to see Penta versus Javon Evans, to be honest. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be a fucking killer match if it happens for the Intercontinental title. Next match was Sami Zayn defending the United States Championship against Trick Williams. This match was ass, weird in every shape or form. Storytelling did not make sense. One was supposed to be a babyface, the other one was a heel. But while I was there live, the heel was being cheered and the babyface was being booed. But he actually Sammy got to put Trick over. We got ourselves a new United States champion. I still rated it a 3. It was weird. But shout out to Trick Williams. Motherfucker is a damn star, yo. Seeing him live at WrestleMania in a fucking stadium, you see the superstardom 100%. We got Demon Finn Balor taking on Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I rated this match a 4. It was dope. It was a hell of a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a total squash with Dominic, literally taking the fall. But Dominic was fucking, he had 2 close calls that he was going to win the match. Judging for the fact that a year ago at WrestleMania, he pinned Finn Balor to win the Intercontinental Championship in the Fatal 4-Way match. Didn't get it. Dom didn't know who he was fucking with. Demon pulled off the win. I still rated this match a 4. It was pretty dope. Shout out to both of them. Next match, Jade Cargill, fucking Storm superstar, defending the Women's Championship against the Radicator. Is she the Radicator? I don't know. Maybe she needs a new name. But Mommy. I like calling her Mommy. Fuck that shit. I don't give a shit. Judge me if you want. Rhea Ripley. I rated this match a 5. This was fucking dope. Shout out to B-Fab, Michin, and Io Sky just popping up out of nowhere. Everybody went fucking crazy when Io pulled up. A fucking perfect moonsault on B-Fab and Michin. And I rated this match a 5 because it was a great opening. It was a great middle. It was the perfect dance partner. I've been saying it since day one with Jade Cargill. Perfect partner in the ring was Rhea. They killed it. I rated this a 5-star fucking match. This was a perfect match. It was a perfect finish. Trying to get her up and out of nowhere slipped in between the legs, and we got a riptide by Rhea Ripley. She's the new women's champion. So shout out to them too. They killed it. And the main event, CM Punk defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns. I rated this match a 4.5. This was fucking a great match, actually. It was a great fucking match. Personally, I really thought it made business and story sense for Roman to win. I don't know where you go with Punk winning the match, but it was great. It was great. That's 2 years in a row CM Punk got to main event WrestleMania. This time he went in as champion. It was dope for him. It was he was the last entrance of WrestleMania. He deserves nothing but praise coming back to not only pro wrestling, but to the WWE. He fucking killed it. And it was a great match. A little questioning. Whoever that fucking little guy referee that's in important matches where it should be Mike Chioda or fucking even Charles Robinson, they should be in the main event matches from now on. You know what I'm saying? They should be. If it ain't Charles, it should be Mike. Not that little fucking guy, because Punk was pretty much hanging upside down outside the ring. This match is not a disqualification. It's a regular match. It's not a no DQ match. No count out, nothing. He stopped fucking counting and he's outside. Not only did he do that, he allowed Roman Reigns to hit CM Punk with the fucking steps. That's an automatic disqualification. The fuck are we doing? That referee doesn't know shit. I probably could referee better than this fucking guy. And I can take the bumps. He needs to take great bumps because he needs to get his fucking, his skull cracked open. He has no idea what the fuck he's doing. Just saying. Because he could have fucked up a good match. He got people questioning it now. Even Bully Ray questioned that shit. It's a disqualification. And Bully Ray is a fucking smart, legend, professional wrestler. Legend in the business. Smart with it. He should be on creative team. And he said it on Busted Open himself. I watched it. He said that's a disqualification. When the fuck was this shit allowed? You know what I mean? You're not even hiding that, but then you gotta hide when fucking Punk is doing a low ball on Roman? Fuck no. Fair game, nigga. Alright. That was just me. But I rated that a 4.5 because of that no DQ, and the finish was kind of weird. I don't know. I guess, Punk didn't have enough in him anymore. I didn't like that finish. It messed up a good match. This could have been a 5-star match to me. Alright, so night 1. MVPs of the night, I gave it to 3 people for night 1. I gave it to IShowSpeed with a perfect fucking performance. He did his thing. Shout out to him. He did a great debut. Second, I gave it to Paige on the return. Great pop. Yo, Allegiant Stadium went fucking crazy for them. You know what I'm saying? For Paige. Just Paige. Sorry. She killed it. She killed it with the pop coming out. Even though it was announced earlier that day that she was signing back to WWE, she definitely killed it with the return. And third, I gave it to Braun Breaker. Yo, fucking as fast as he is. Just came out of nowhere spearing Seth. And then at the end of the match, he fucking went all the way down 75 yards. Fast as he can and delivered a fucking WrestleMania spear. Shout out to Braun. Let me see. Entrances of the night, I gave it to the Vision. That was entertaining with the flag. Jacob Fatu, you know what I'm saying? With his culture, the Polynesian, everything. That was perfect the way he came out. I love it. Drew McIntyre, he's like one of the biggest stars. I would have to give it to him. Charlotte Flair, she killed it with her entrance. Seth Rollins, fucking fire, burning it down everywhere. Shout out to him. Liv Morgan, y'all gotta give credit to Liv. That's a fucking superstar. Being 1/3 of the Riot Squad, and she's now doing a dance routine and still remembering the match and the finish. That's a lot of muscle memory. So shout out to her. Stephanie McCurr, she killed it. She killed it with her entrance. Randy Orton, I love it, with the fucking Viper Snake all over the place. And Cody Rhodes, yo, he doesn't cease to amaze me. Every WrestleMania, he had a dope fucking entrance. Ever since he returned at WrestleMania 38, he had a crazy entrance. I love it. I love it. You got a new school guy with OG type fucking knowledge. I love it. Ring gear. I had to give it to Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, because, they gave homage to Demolition. AJ Lee, I loved it. Had all the little girls skipping down with her who looked up to her. Seth Rollins, yo, he's Mr. WrestleMania. Gotta give it to him. He's Mr. WrestleMania. He's this generation's Shawn Michaels. I've always been saying it. Babyface, heel, ring gear, entrances, in-ring ability. Just everything that Shawn Michaels has, he has it too. Stephanie McCurr, she had a great fucking gear. Liv Morgan with a great gear. Cody Rhodes, he killed it with his gear. In the match of the night, I gave it to Seth Rollins and Gunther. I doubt you would disagree. Night 2, I gave entrance went to Penta, coming in as the Emperor of Mortal Kombat. I think his name was the Emperor. My bad. Rey Mysterio, he came out as Deadpool. I love it, with the OG fucking jumping out the ramp. Brock Lesnar, he kills it every time with his entrance. the demon Finn Balor. Holy fuck, yo. Every time he threw his hands up, you see them fucking demons everywhere. I love it. That shit was crazy. Trick Williams. Yo, his entrance is just full superstar. Full superstar. Rhea Ripley. She's got the fucking look. She's got the gear. She's got the entrance. She's the fucking ick factor in the women's division. So shout out to Rhea Ripley. CM Punk. Holy fuck, yo. With his entrance music from Ring of Honor. Showing him on the top of Allegiant Stadium. Him walking out. No music. No lights. Nothing. Until he was ready to say it's clobbering time. And then you hear Cult of Personality. That's a unique entrance for him. Roman Reigns. I love it. I love it. Paying homage to Alpha and Sika. Yokozuna. High Chief Peter Maivia. The whole family. That was great. That was great. And he just came out solo. Like, nigga, I got this shit. And Dirty Dom, I gotta give shout out to Dirty Dom, yo. Every WrestleMania entrance, he's just always amazing me. And he lives in Vegas, so it had to be great. It had to be great. Fucking coming in with all the luchadors. He's the king of the luchadors. Fucking face it. Match of the night. Oh, no. Ring gear. I forgot to do ring gear. My bad. Ring gear, I gave it to Ray, Penta, Jay Cargill, Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. MVPs, I gave it to Brock Lesnar. His final match, retirement. Happy retirement, Brock. You the beast forever. Penta. Yo, he killed it in his ladder match. And Javon Evans. Yo, you got to give credit to where credit is due. The nigga is bouncy. Yo, he was bouncing all over. He got fucking a cutter like out of nowhere on Rusev. You got to give him props. Match of the night, I gave it, no shocker, motherfucker. I gave it to Jay Cargill and Rhea Ripley. That's right, Rhea bloody fucking Ripley, mommy herself. They killed it. They had the best match. If there was an honorably a mention, I would probably give it to Roman and Punk. Quick little review before we get the fuck out of here. I mentioned the punk ass referee in Roman and Punk's match. He should be fired, suspended, fine. Motherfucker, you know the rules more than anybody. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. We covered Brock Lesnar's retirement. So happy retirement. I think my best moment of Brock, my favorite moment, off the top of the dome, I'm going to go with Survivor Series 2002, him defending the WWE Championship against the Big Show. And he lifted the Big Show up for an F5 for the first fucking time. And he had Madison Square Garden losing their fucking minds in New York City. So shout out to Brock. Paige returns. Yep, we covered that. Shout out to her. Ethan Page and Sol Ruka debut on Raw. I've been fucking praising Ethan Page ever since AEW. They don't know how to really put their stars over. And Ethan Page was a fucking star in the making. He showed it on NXT. You know what I'm saying? Fucking NXT champion, a North American champion where he turned the strap into a Canadian flag. I love it. You need more Canadians like that, yo. We got nothing but Canadian legends like Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Lance Storm, Edge, Chris Jericho, the whole works. So Ruka, she's a fucking talent. I want to see more of promos with her though. I think she's still learning on the promos. This might have been too fast to put her up there. She's great in the ring. She's great in the fucking ring. I give her nothing but praise. But gotta work on the promos. So I think the best dance partner for her, if off the top of the dome, being on Raw, honestly, I think I would give her top three superstars who can actually do great work with her. Damn. Who can it be? Honestly, the only one that comes to my mind is Becky. Becky's doing a great job, helping. Not only putting people over, but helping. You know what I'm saying? I think Sol Ruka would be perfect to get in the ring with Becky Lynch. Io Sky dives headfirst in the match that she had with Kabuki Warriors and her and Rhea Ripley. This is the second time I see Rhea doing a suicide dive, landing on her fucking head, that either her head is going to split or she's going to fucking break her neck. Please, somebody in production, in training, whoever's producing these matches, we got to do something. Either a better way to do this suicide dive where she's not diving head first, you know what I'm saying? Or don't even do it. Do an over the top rope dive where the person you're landing on could help you. Help you. Please. Please. I hope they think about this. Braun Breaker returns. We already got that. The word is that Randy Orton said in an interview that Ted DiBiase Jr., the one I said should have been involved in the match with Cody and Randy at WrestleMania, owes him $25K. Well, Randy, if you hear this, Ted DiBiase Jr. was sitting a few rows in front of me watching your match at WrestleMania Night 1. And it looked like he had some friends with him, so he probably spent like about $6K on these seats. Just saying. Just saying. You know what I mean? Get him a contract at WWE as your manager. Now he got money to fucking pay you back. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk is teasing a match for the WWE Championship. Well, it seems like they're recycling a lot of stories that should have happened at WrestleMania 42. Remember, we were supposed to get Punk versus Cody and then Roman versus Seth. We didn't get neither one due to injuries. So I don't think we're getting Cody versus Punk come WrestleMania 43 in Riyadh, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get it at SummerSlam in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And finally, before we get out of here, Jacob Fatu has challenged the OTC Roman Reigns, the new World Heavyweight Champion. Roman's going to have a big plate to deal with right now. There are 3 names gunning for him. 4, if you count. Roman said he's going to be here all summer. Fuck this part-time shit. I think he's only doing that so he can take his family with him since they're going to be out of school. You got Roman Reigns as the new World Heavyweight Champion of Raw. You got to worry about LA Knight. You got to worry about 2-time World Champion Gunther. You got to worry about Jacob Fatu now. And eventually, Obafemi has called you out. This is a tall order when you don't have a full bloodline that you had before. If we get it at Backlash in Tampa, I think it'd be perfect. A good main event. These motherfuckers got the skills to steal the show. But I can't wait. But that's our review for WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2, and Monday Night Raw that was held out in Las Vegas. It was a fucking great time. I had a blast, watching live at the Allegiant Stadium and T-Mobile Arena. Probably won't get WrestleMania back in America for probably the next 2 to 3 years. They're going to Riyadh next year. I would assume London or Australia is coming next. That's just my opinion. I think everybody showed at WrestleMania 42 how advantage you took of WWE being in America. They gave you Vegas 2 times in a row. Not to mention they said, the money, it was too expensive, the money this, the money that. Motherfucker. Everything I paid for WrestleMania 41 last year was 50% off this year. Better seats. Okay? I paid half off this year than I paid last year. And my seats last year were a little bit worse. This year, my seats were great. Great. I saw everything. Entrance, ring, everything close up. Even people running in the ring. I loved it. So I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. But if I'm WWE, I'm going to make America earn it now. Thanks, TKO. Make them earn it. Go overseas so we can watch them tear the roof off, even though some of the stadiums won't have a roof. But I'm your boy, Lee Jax. This is the Drop That Podcast. Hit that sub button. Hit the likes. Hit the comments. Let me know what y'all think of all my ratings for Night 1, Night 2. Let me know what you think with all the shit that I ranted about, whether it was Ted DiBiase Jr. fucking hiding in the crowd, Braun Breaker returning, Paige returning, Brock retiring, Ethan Page and Sol Ruka fucking debuting on Raw, Io Sky nearly breaking her goddamn neck, Cody and Punk in the future, Jacob challenging Roman, and all the ratings and all the entrances and MVPs of Night of 1 and Night 2. Y'all already know what it is. This is your boy D Jackson, and this is the Drop That Podcast. Y'all be easy, alright? Peace.